Morning everyone, it's Jeff from Wild Game Innovations Australia, and we're going to give you a installational video on how to fit out a WGIA plug and play spotlight thermal hunting system in a 2026 Can-Am XMR HD11. So everything's plug and play. The roof brace goes straight in, guys. It's very simple. So you just send in your roof brace, mark him out, mark your 3 holes across the front and across the back, drill them out, put your nutserts in, bolt that in, and then all these holes are pre-done. So then the roof brace will then guide your drill bit. Stay there, Will, and I'll come around here. Roof brace will guide your drill bit through for all your correct holes. That's the first step. This is the hole for your cable gland. It'll be marked in. It'll have a pilot hole and you'll just knock the tab out. You can get a hole saw and drill it out. And this is the front of the console. So that's the first step, guys. There will be some plastic tabs in here that you'll have to grind out. A 4-inch or 5-inch angle grinder with just a flat disc is really good. The plastic doesn't melt. It basically just turns to dust and comes off very easily, and you can blow it off with the compressor. So we'll get our roof brace in, and then we'll run our 6mm twin core wire, which will go around the passenger side of this vehicle, which Dan's got in this conduit here. So the power wire, the red wire, hooks up to the isolation switch, and the earth wire, there'll be a tab in there with a sticker on it. It just bolts on as well. You'll have the rings on it ready to go too, guys. So in this vehicle, simply underneath your seat is the battery under here. And you can see, if the cameraman comes in, we've got our midi fuse and midi fuse mount. And it will bolt straight on top to this bracket here. Might even be able to get the camera in on, show us a look on the back side of that bit of stainless steel. There's a bolt you can get through the top. So that's just from your power, guys. So you just go from your battery. The kit will have all the rings and the heat shrink in it, like so. So you'll just bolt it in up the top, run it around here, zippy tie it into place. We've got a couple of P-clamps in along here to tidy it up. In behind the seat. Your earth goes straight onto the earth on the battery, and you'll go to your fuse, and then you'll cut a bit of that wire and go from your fuse around to the battery. So you have your fuse mounted as close to your battery as you can, guys. So if there's ever a short, it'll blow the fuse, which will stop the current going through to the short, which will stop your vehicle catching on fire. That's what it's for. So we get the cameraman to go up on the top. Once we get the roof brace in, you jump up on the roof. There's an extra plate. So our kit, guys, we don't do anything by halves. So we've got this additional 250mm square plate that adds a lot of strength. You can stand on the roof of this once you put this kit in. So you've got your main fundamentals of getting a spotlight thermal hunting system right. Once you get that roof brace in, you got your main problem sorted. The next is to get the wiring system to get the reliability behind it. So it's just a bit of roof and gutter silicone, guys. Whether you want to run a POWA BEAM handle or a blazer handle, you can go whichever way. The blazer handle goes in from underneath, or the POWA BEAM handle drops in from the top. All the holes are laser cut to suit. So simply a bit of roof and gutter silicone, put your 250mm square plate on. All these bolts will come in your kit. You put it on, then you put your handle through in the front of your roof console system, which is just the front angle piece, and it'll all bolt together. So this is all silicone in, ready to go, fully waterproof. And then there's a little marker on here, guys. This little half moon shape here. That's the center of your drill bit. So you use that to guide your drill bit through for your cable gland hole. So you simply just put this on, drill that through, under these 2 bolts here. This top plate comes off. Get the camera to come around and have a look. This plate comes off, you put your cable gland through, run your wires through, do your cable gland up, put a bit of roof and gutter silicone around here so it seals up, and it's ready to go. We've even got a Type-C lead in this one, so if you ever need to hardwire it, just say one of these thermal companies do an update and the Wi-Fi doesn't work, probably for something, we've got everything in it to cater for it so you can stay in the hunt. And then so this is your little hardwire accessory. Plug into there. Just Type-C lead. And then this plug gives you the capability of powering your spotlight off a proper relay wiring system and powers your thermal all the time on a different line. So she's all ready to rock and roll. The boys have got the console in now and they're running all the wires for the work lights and the electronic dog releases. The console bolts in, so the wires that poke through the roof from your Deutsch plug bracing plate poke out the bottom here. And you simply bolt your console on at the front with the bolts. And the wires are going to go through the back, depending on which console you're using. So in this particular build, we're using a single cab cruiser console, which fits in this buggy well. Just allows us a bit more room to fit some more parts in, and we can anchor it at the back as well. So simply hook all your wires up, guys, plug her in, hook your power wire up from your battery to the isolator switch bolt inside. All your earths go on that stainless steel plate. Everything's labelled, can't really go wrong, guys. Your dog releases plug in, the positive plugs into the relay, and your earths just go onto that bar, or there'll be a bolt in there for all your earths to hook onto. Got the dog releases mounted. We've got interior light. Electronic dog releases. And this switch will be for the work lights. There's another 3 switches on the other side too for running work lights, light bars, etc. Whatever you want. Rightio, let's get this big bad boy set up. We've got a 24 volt light. We're just going to turn everything on, make sure everything's focused up. And this big Can-Am Defender. Let's get her all rocking and rolling. So she's all set up on 24 volt. Here we go, the beam. We're going to run a second battery on this one because 24 volt draws so much current. There she is, guys, check her out. So that water tower shining over there, that's 400 metres. No problems at all. Now guys, we've got all this fitted out, all the wires are hooked up, we've tested everything. So this vehicle's got 5 spare switches relayed to run light bars, work lights, etc. Starlink, it's got a 24 volt converter. The 7-inch power beam set up on 24 volt. We've got the Nova optic all set up on our quick release mount. It'll be all plugged in. Now we're going to mount the RAM mount for the tablet in a really good spot. So the idea, guys, is when you mount these, is you want the base of the tablet holder sitting on the dash so that it's a rigid setup. So we're going to pull this plastic cover off and find a good spot back here to mount it to. So we'll take the camera up on the roof. We can show a quick look how it all goes together. So you'll see the 7-inch power beam on top. Thermal clips on top, is like so. There's 2 ways you can hook these Novas up. There's a hardwired plug that's power and earth straight to the back, or you can go a Type-C plug. There's a little waterproof cap that screws into it, which either on this setup, guys, is fine. And go from there. So that'll show you, look at all our bracing on top. You see we've got extra 250mm square plate on top with our Deutsch plug bracing plate. hardwire adapter if you ever need to hardwire it. Dog releases are on the back. Ready to rock and roll. Too easy, guys. We'll hope you're having a good Friday. So Dan's just got the dash out. We're going to mount that on there. And it's just 4 bolts, is it, Dan? So you just pop your bonnet up here. And there's just a few bolts in the top here. And this comes off and you've got yourself plenty of good places to mount your RAM mount set up for your tablet. Well, that's another full build done, guys. We'll run you through, show you the thermal hooked up to the tablet. So we've got the tablet mounted on the dash really nicely. The passenger and the driver can see it. We'll show you a look at a few of the extra accessories that's gone in this kit. So these are all options. When you get a kit built, you can select what wiring harnesses you want and what components you want. Even if you don't want to buy the components straight away, we can run the wiring harnesses and have them plug and play ready to go if you want to add components to it later on, as far as the electronic gates on door boxes or WGIA electronic dog releases goes. So check it out, guys. What an amazing setup. You feel how strong the roof is. Check out the thermal. So we've got this set up on Wi-Fi. Check out how responsive and smooth this thermal is. And because it's such a light little unit, it's really good for remote mounting. It's got a rangefinder built into it also. It's just a cracking little setup. You don't even feel it up there. We're going to install a secondary battery in this later on because it's 24 volt on a buggy. You want a second battery because the stators in most buggies don't put out much current, and when you start running 24 volt lights, it's drawing too much current on the system. So we'll show you a quick look on the roof, guys. Once you turn the isolator switch on, it activates the whole system, your lights, everything, and when you turn the isolation switch off, it shuts everything down. So dog releases, for example, these are an added accessory. You want to run a Starlink, we've even do wiring harnesses to cater for it. And we've even got the plugs, so this vehicle is going to get a custom built tray in the future, possibly by the WGIA team with all our new machines we've got coming. We've got all our Deutsch plugs coming out down in here, guys. They're just tucked away. Oh yeah, here we go. So there's your plugs, for example, your work lights and your Starlink, etc. They'll just be all tucked away down in here. They're easy to access when you're going to hook them up. And she's all done. Too easy, guys. We'll see you on the next one.